back to the episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. Tonight we have the full gang here. Austin's in town for a little bit, so we are going to talk about the 2023 quarterback class heading into this NFL draft. Before we do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button for us. We are growing. We're on our way to 250, and we really enjoy growing our family and having you guys interact with us. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for subscribing already and providing us with your entertainment, is what we'll call it, in the comments. So, as always, hit us in the comments. Let us know what you think about the video, and we'll always reply to you. And like that video for us so that it becomes more popular. So, all right, I'll give you the list of quarterbacks. We'll put it in what we think are probably the best 5 quarterbacks for this draft class. So, I'm really interested to see if we all feel the same way about 1, 2, and 3. Or 1, 2, at least 1 and 2 probably being the same. But when we get 3 to 5, I gotta feel it's gonna be pretty different for most of us. So
I got a sneaker for 5.
You got a sneaker for 5?
Yeah.
All right. So if we look at the list, everybody feel like Bryce Young is the best. Anybody want to say C.J. Stroud's better?
I would prefer C.J. Stroud on my NFL team.
I don't know. I think Bryce Young is the better. I like Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
I would just like C.J. Stroud. I don't like small quarterbacks. It's proven in the NFL, small quarterbacks don't win.
I mean, Ohio State quarterbacks don't win either. But.
Same thing, but
These two schools here don't put NFL quarterback talent out.
yeah,
I would say apparently
Alabama's had a better run the past 8 years than they have before, but they're still not they're not QB.
We always talk about. I mean, we have talked about these big 3 now that Alabama's put up. Tua has a scrambled brain. Mac Jones doesn't look like he's the future in New England,
And Jalen Hurts is technically from Oklahoma.
Is on the best team.
Yeah, 3 years at Alabama though.
Yeah, but he did spend a year under Lincoln Riley, which was his best year in college stat-wise.
Yeah, and I mean he's on the best all-around team, but would you really want if you were?
I think you have to
Jets.
take Bryce Young at number 1. Yeah.
I just don't.
Well, if I'm the Jets, I want Bryce Young. I want the guy that I feel more confident in to win immediately. If I'm the Texans, I don't know where I feel right there because the Texans are not in a position to win 6 games next year.
Yeah, but
right?
So, who do you compare Bryce Young to? Who's his comp?
Drew Brees.
I would say Kyler Murray.
He's not athletic enough to be Kyler Murray.
I mean, he gets around well.
He gets around all right.
He doesn't get around like
Yeah,
Drew Brees.
behind.
He gets around like a young Drew Brees. Yeah. He's got the arm talent of Drew Brees.
Okay, can't throw the ball more than 40 yards.
Not old Drew Brees, like prime 2009.
Yeah, but he still has to throw the big ball, and we are growingly going into a league where the big ball matters more.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're getting into where the wide receiver means more than the running back now.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's I think I'm taking a guy that's a bigger body and.
Well, I don't think he's.
Well, if you're
in that system, you don't have to worry about the big play ball all the time. Usually, because Alabama has had a stud running back.
Yeah. Yeah, they put out running back after running back after running back.
So I mean, you had a workhorse in the backfield that usually gets you up and down the field regularly. So you're not having to worry about throwing, big chunk yardage plays, 20+ yard plays.
They do it a lot though.
So, but Austin, going off what you're saying about a big body quarterback, why not Will Levis then? Because Will Levis is the most pro style ready quarterback.
He's great in gym shorts. He's terrible in pads. That's the thing with Will Levis. I mean, everyone. You listen to all these experts that have seen him at a pro day, have seen him in pads, 7-on-7s. He spins the ball good, ideal.
You know who we just saw that with? Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looked phenomenal in his pro day.
Yeah.
What did he do this year?
He did great in the combine too. He's great in gym shorts, terrible in pads.
Also under live pressure.
Yeah. Stats don't always matter.
Wasn't Willis the one who threw that 70-yard dime on his pro day?
Yeah,
running the opposite direction, did a crossbody, all that. Yeah, but
with
no pressure in his face.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot different.
Stats don't always matter, but you gotta at least show enough film on tape that say, all right, maybe this is the guy. It's like Josh Allen never played anybody, but he showed enough on tape where it was okay, this guy's good. Now he didn't play the competition, so you take that out of it. But no, I think he's good in gym shorts. I think he's bad in pads.
Yeah. I actually saw a tweet today that and you've already said this, that Chicago should think about trading the first overall pick.
Yeah.
Indy is thinking about moving up to the first overall pick to take Will Levis because they feel like he is their next guy.
That would be the most suited for a trade to one.
Yeah, but if I move up to number 1, I don't think I'm taking Will Levis to number 1.
So y'all
I don't know
say
that I'm trading up any into the top 3, 4, 5 picks like most teams do to get any of these quarterbacks.
so y'all are saying 1 and 2 are C.J. Stroud and
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Quarterback wise,
and
yes.
everyone's
Quarterback wise,
everyone's-
yes.
okay.
Whichever way you want to interchange it, but those are the top two.
Okay.
Will Levis, I think, is 3. I think, again, according to X-Ray, he's the most pro-style ready quarterback. He's
It's
That's
just like Trubisky
it.
coming out of
He's
coming
that
out a couple years ago.
6'3", was he 6'3", 6'4"
He's
flame?
6'3", 223.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6'3", 230 is what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But either way, he's got the blend, he's got the frame, he's got the build, he's got the arm talent for it. He's your prototypical. When you look at him, that's what I want as a quarterback.
It's just like Trubisky coming out of North Carolina a couple years ago. He came out of left field, all because he was 6'4" and 240.
Wasn't Jordan Love kind of the same way?
Yes.
Just since he was bigger, and
Yes.
just they took
And he
him
had- and he
took
had-
him
Jordan
so,
Love actually had
so early.
Jordan Love had a little bit of talent though behind him.
No.
No, he did not.
No.
Talking about the one from Oklahoma State.
That was my
Yeah.
3.
No.
That was my 3.
That's your 3. Well, here's the full list if you really wanted to look at the full list.
That-
I can
So,
see that.
That was my
pass
3.
it down in the middle so they have the full list.
I would not take Will Levis
At 3,
before the 3rd round, and that is a wild take. But I wouldn't take him or Anthony Richards before the 3rd round.
Anthony Richards does not deserve to be a first round pick.
That's your guy that late here in the draft, everybody's starting to go, oh, he's 6'4", he's 240, he runs a 4.45 or a
He's
4.55.
Cam Newton. He's 1,000% Cam Newton.
He's smaller, less efficient, not even as good passing wise.
Yeah, Cam Newton was 6'6", 250.
He
Yeah.
can't throw.
But Cam Newton could throw the ball, he just couldn't throw it accurately.
That's what I mean. Richardson can throw a long ball. It ain't gonna be accurate. He
Oh, Cam could hit you. He would either be like 18 feet above your head or 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
So
The only two that are on that list that actually stayed are Jaden Daniels at LSU and Bo Nix at Oregon. Those are the only two on that list that actually stayed. The rest of them are in the draft. So
I think Max Duggan is higher than on this list than with real life.
honestly, I think I would
I
take
think
Max
Max
Duggan.
Duggan is higher than number 10
Max
on this
Duggan
list.
has the dog in him that people want to see. He's got that.
he had plenty of
I
dogs
don't-
on top of him.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
I
did.
don't think the national championship was really reflective of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more reflective of
His entire
Garrett
career.
Riley already checked out because he was secretly illegally talking to Clemson.
That seems
and
kind
then,
of personal there.
and then just Georgia's defense being so phenomenal.
So dominant.
And Max also not having the talent to get him out of the jams he was in.
Yeah.
When I
He
say
didn't have
talent, I mean
offensive
the talent
line.
around him. He didn't
Yeah.
have the line. He didn't have a lot of the receivers getting open, stuff like that. I think he's
Your
higher than
defensive
10.
tackle is bigger than your offensive tackle that's coming after.
And honestly, if Jaden Daniels came out, I think he'd be taken higher too.
Yeah, I think Jaden's actually probably going to sneak himself into the top 2 or 3 next year.
Yeah.
But
The LSU quarterback.
yes,
Yeah.
I don't love him.
not Jaden.
Jay Lynn from Kansas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
He transferred,
love
right?
him.
He's in the portal, yeah. I'll tell you, honestly, my 3rd best quarterback in this class is Hendon Hooker.
Oh, I think Hendon Hooker.
And I-
I think he deserves it. I think he deserves it, but
the knee problem's going to hurt.
Hendon Hooker is going to be the next Brady Quinn. When I mean that, he is going to somehow just continuously fall down the draft.
Well, he's 25 too.
Jimmy
so
Clausen?
he's,
There's going to be a lot of teams that are hesitant on taking him. I think
Jimmy Clausen.
Jimmy Clausen
because
dropped
I
to the
think
fourth
I think
round.
Hendon will most likely be like a day 2 or 3 guy.
He's my 4th.
He's definitely a day 2 guy.
I think he's going to go to a day 2 guy because of the knee injury against
Mhm.
Carolina.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
he's
he'll
already
go-
25. Too.
I don't think he'll go 2. I think if he falls, I think he'll go like 3 or 4.
I think he'll be.
Oh, y'all said
No,
day,
day
2.
two.
Yeah, yeah.
Day
Yeah,
2.
3rd round. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think.
I
he's-
think-
he's
I
still-
have-
I think it'll be 3rd or 4th.
I'll give him.
Yeah.
I'll give him 4th. I'll give him 4th. I'll put Will up, like you said, because of now a late season injury. I'll put Will above him. Now in the Hendon, Hendon's now coming into the draft.
Yeah,
coming,
It's a tough thing to think about too when you're taking a quarterback like Hooker, who again is is
And Bailey
25, right? So
And
if it takes him 2 years
to
to
fully recover.
fully, not just that, but just even
Well,
develop enough to be ready
a bad
to see
injury.
what you want.
It was a
like,
bad non-contact injury too.
yeah, he's gonna be the next Geno Smith. He's gonna be 32 and finally playing good quarterback play, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get him on a team that he doesn't have to start right away, he's coming in a year.
Let him
like,
sit. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you could. And then after that, I couldn't. I think it could be a toss up for 5.
Yeah, I mean, I like Max and Hooker at 3 and at 4, or 3 and 4 Hooker and then Max, but maybe Will
Stetson.
then like
Give me
I think Stetson Bennett's going to be
Give me
like
Bennett.
around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Stetson's gonna be a late round
Give
guy.
me
He's a
Bennett.
baller, man.
You can't take him early, but give me Bennett. Like when you look back at this draft, he'll be top 3.
For all you know, he might end up being a steal
He's
in
my
the 6th round.
he's my third.
The
He's
next
my
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Tanner McKee from Stanford can do, and it just feels like people are putting him so high because he is 6'6", because he is 240. The comparisons are there to Trevor Lawrence and Andrew Luck, and that big quarterback with the big arm who is in a already pro style offense. Like, if we can unleash this guy, what does he look like?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, smart quarterbacks make it in the pros.
yeah. I mean,
Charlie Whitehurst.
yeah,
Smart
Charlie
quarter-
Whitehurst.
Smart quarterbacks make it in the pros.
Yeah, smart quarterback that doesn't make a lot of noise, that just stands
Just
on the
stands
sideline
around
with
the
a
clipboard.
So,
All right, outside of the top 2, do you see anyone having a longer than 8 year starting QB spin?
no, absolutely not.
Starting.
Yes. No, because everyone could be a backup. Like, look at Colt McCoy. Was never a great quarterback, but he's been a 15-year backup because he's just that guy. Mentally, he's good at watching film, everything. But any of these names, are you saying 8 years starting?
I mean, yeah,
It doesn't have to be the same team. It could be with 5 different teams.
I could see.
Duggan could potentially be a
No,
starter.
I could see a Will Levis
I
starting.
see a Duggan or Will Levis.
Yeah.
I would take Stetson Bennett because I think he's like Jimmy G.
But he's 27 years old already. I mean,
That's fine. 8 years. 35.
He's also very small, and you just shit on small NFL quarterbacks.
I know.
5'11", 190.
He put on some weight.
So it's only
But you can't put on 6
okay to be
inches.
small and also
No.
room for you.
No.
Is what I've learned here now.
No,
You can't put on 6 inches, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He is small. That's the one thing going against him. I think he knows what he needs, and that's hard. Like in the NFL, that's how you have to be. You have to know what you need. It's why Brock Purdy's working good, because he's not pressing balls. He knows what he needs, and that's where you try to extend your boundaries, is where you get in that trouble area.
Like the way that Brock Purdy's playing gives me hope for Max Duggan. Like smart, experienced, older quarterback, was in college a long time, didn't have a super amount of talent around him. Like that's a guy that kind of. I mean, Brock was flashy for 4 years at Iowa State,
yeah.
but and of course Max wasn't. But I think that's kind of the thing that gives me Hendon Hooker or Max a little bit of hope, is that older quarterback that steps into the right team at the right time.
Max
Yeah.
Duggan reminds me of Carson Wentz, and I don't know why I think that.
Carson Wentz or Andy Dalton?
Carson Wentz, and not because he's redheaded, dumbass.
And he went to TCU, dumbass.
Not that he's redheaded. That's the first thing you thought of.
Oh,
No,
thought it was
I don't know
TCU.
why. He's that
Red
hard.
Rocket.
He's that hard nosed guy who will put his head in anything. It's like it reminds me a lot of Carson Wentz, where he's trying to make every play.
Austin got some one-liners tonight. Put his head in anything.
That's
Put
how
his
you get
mouth on
yourself.
it.
That's how you get yourself in trouble.
Well, I mean, Carson Wentz will throw his body on the line. He's electric to watch.
He puts
Yeah,
up the stat
until he
line.
breaks both his ankles and he can't do anything for 6 months.
He puts up the
Exactly.
stat line.
So, all right. So, Adam, top 5.
Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Max Duggan.
Alex.
Pretty much the same as Adam. Bryce Young, CJ. Then I'm gonna go Max, Will Levis, Hendon.
Chris.
I'm gonna go Bryce, CJ, Hendon, Max, then Levis. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna take Levis. I'm gonna take Tanner McKee, Tanner McKee.
I'm gonna go with the same thing Chris said: Bryce, CJ, Hooker, Duggan, but I'm gonna put Levis at 5.
CJ, Bryce.
Tanner Take Stetson.
Just
do it.
yeah,
Do it.
Just
Fall on that sword.
Stetson, Hooker, Levis.
That's about to get cut from the practice squad. Springtime.
No, I just love his list. He can't put Bryce Young at 1 because of height, but he can put Stetson at 3 because of height.
Yeah.
He would be
Because he's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him,
He's
man.
got that back-to-back natty
He's got
in
that
him.
dog. What? And no, he's got that like. He saw.
He's got that size, dude. You know what I'm saying?
He
Same
saw.
size that's holding back Bryce Young.
He saw rock bottom. That's the thing. Is like he has seen failure, and that
Wait.
makes it scary.
At Georgia, he didn't seem failure at Georgia.
He got cut from Georgia
Dude, he
his
got
first time.
cut. He literally.
Yeah, but he didn't seem like
he got
like,
2 offers coming out of high school.
So for,
It's like
for
literally-
This isn't about to be a Michael Jordan story. Let's
Literally,
calm down.
he's a walk on.
walk on to 2-time natty champ.
Yeah, it's like you're
Yeah,
not
but
this
it
number
is-
1 quarterback that we see, the number 1 high school, number 1 college. Then they go on and they become shit in the NFL.
You mean Trevor
Baker
Lawrence?
Mayfield.
Exactly.
Well, no, Baker was cut. Remember?
Well, he was
Sorry,
also
wasn't-
walking-
he wasn't
he was a
cut.
walk-on.
He wasn't cut. Sorry, he left Texas Tech to walk on to Oklahoma.
He left Texas
because they didn't have a fucking scholarship for him, and then he got one the next year. Like, that's why I hate Baker's story. So, anyways, all
Or
right.
you just hate
What about
him.
Milton? Isn't Milton leaving Oklahoma? Shouldn't he be coming out?
No, I don't think he is. No.
Because that's not the same Milton that played at UCF, right?
Yeah.
There's no
No,
way.
Dylan was the quarterback at Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's not McKenzie. McKenzie.
No, you're thinking of the guy that broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's done. All right. Any last thoughts?
Nah.
All right. Hit us in the comments. Let us know who your top 5 quarterbacks for the 2023 draft class are. And as always, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe.